So Dice Baby. The house always wins, except here. Dice Baby is a roguelike dice game about cheating and rolling the craziest numbers to beat the house. Twist a classic game thanks to illegal special dice and create epic combos with Lucky Charms, all in the world's most permissive casino. So, I guess cheating encouraged? This is what in the kakaguri is this? Actually, I don't think there weren't very many dice. Oh no, there weren't very many dice games in that anime, actually. They talked about having loaded dice, but they never actually used any in a game, I don't think. Anyway, I love that anime. It's just fun. But yeah, let's have a look at Dice Baby. Check the settings real quick. It does do the screen shake, that's okay. Music volume and game volume both start at 50%. I'll move the music volume, actually, I'll leave that where it is. I'll move the game volume up a little bit. Now this is interesting. If you want to just unlock all of the Lucky Charms right away, you can, or like challenges to unlock charms. So we'll start with challenges, but I appreciate that it's like, hey, do you want to just have all the stuff available? I like that. And always when it comes to games that do math and calculations and things like that, you want to be able to adjust the game speed because sometimes it just takes a while to do all that math. Ooh, we can change the cursor? Yeah, I like the hand. Okay. There's a collection. So you can see like the dice you might have. So we have all types of shapes. All types of die types. These are the combinations that we know about. Okay. Let's just get in there and see what happens. Okay, so normal is the default mode. There's hard if you want a challenge. There's expert for the pros. And then there's training, just for fun. Well, let's try getting trained, shall we? Welcome to Dice Baby. The main goal of the game is to roll dice. Use them to create combinations and score points. You have to beat the round score target in a limited number of banks to move to the next round. Time to roll your first dice. Hey Yoshi fan, Happy New Year. Okay, choose which dice you want to keep. You click them or drag and drop them into a bank slot to lock their values. Well, I have 3 4s. My target is 60. Interesting. Okay, my target is 60. I've got 3 of a kind, so it's got a +2 multiplier. So is it 4 + 4 + 4 and then times 2? Anyway, let's re-roll. Okay, so we've got another 4 in there. So 4 of a kind. So yeah, if it does what normal games do, it's going to add these 4 together and then multiply that by 3. So we'll get closer. When you're ready, use bank to score the dice you locked. Just remember, all locked dice give you score, so you should fill up your bank slots before banking. So even if we didn't get the 4 and we got the 5, we would still use that to increase our score anyway, but I'll go with the 4. Okay, bank. Okay. Use the cheated dice shop to get new dice with special abilities and upgrade your collection. Okay, so I have 18 monies. So this is a D12 and it's a holographic dice. The holographic dice value times 3 when they are scored in no combination. This is a hot die. Hot dice give +1 multiplier the first time they are scored in a combination. This is a bouncy die. Bouncy dice double their value and every other die with the same value when they roll an odd number. Hey, Nether, welcome on in. Okay, I can afford all of these, so I'm going to buy all of these. Oh, well, hold on. So this is also interesting. So we have charms, but we also have blurry paint. Blurry paint transforms a selected sheeted die into a blurry die. Blurry dice split into 2 dice when they roll an even number, just like the bouncy dice doubles their value when they roll an odd number. I can afford all of these. So, oh, we could also, oh. Okay. Let me go on a shopping spree in the store. Yes, this is very much a Balatro with dice kind of thing. I'm going to buy blurry paint. Oh, cancel. Never mind. So legitimate dice can't be painted. Okay, in that case, let's get a random charm. Ooh, a janky laptop means we get an additional bank, but we get -2 rerolls. Wah, 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 wah. Okay, so collect enough dice with the same shape or type to activate special synergy bonuses. It's Showtime synergy and abilities. You can check all these effects in the synergy panel. Okay, so if we had... okay, so for instance, we have one hot die. Sorry, we have one hot die. If we had 3, then we get a base score plus 3 for total multiplier. If we have 6... then they add 0.5 multiplier for every combination they're scored in after the first. So you will want to get die that kind of match each other, including even if you get like D4s, like you get 2 D4s. Okay, let's go to the next round. We spent a lot of money. We spent all our money, actually. All right, roll. Okay. Banked dice create combinations. For now, you can only make combinations of dice with similar or consecutive values. Right, consecutive. Hey, Possibility, welcome on in. Which sound effect? The womp womp sound effect? Okay, check the combination info button to check which combinations can be banked. You can currently bank the following combos. X of a kind, so at least 2 dice with the same value, or X in a row, at least 3 dice, so we can do little mini straights. Okay. Well, let's do, since we have an 8 here and an 8 here. Okay. Let's bank those. Let's reroll what's down here just in case. Oh, actually, I have less rerolls. So, yeah. One of my favorite moments in Star Trek The Next Generation is when Deanna is talking to Will and he's been practicing the trombone and she's having a conversation with him and he's not responding. He's just responding with the trombone. And she's like interpreting his answers from the trombone sounds he's making. And then she says, you know, this is actually much easier than having an actual conversation with you. And he's just like, huh. Okay. Get that money. Oh, we have a D20. And it's a pipe dice. Piped dice always roll the same value. What does that mean, though? They always roll the same value. What? Okay. Interesting. Yeah, the die. Oh, yeah, these die cheat. They cheat for reals. Okay. Slip-and dice. Slip-and dice, which sounds like Dippin' Dots. Slip-and dice give +1 reroll the first time they're scored in a combination, which is good because we have less rerolls due to our lucky charm. I'm really curious what this means. And then bounce. Okay, so you know what? We're We're going to buy all the dice. Okay, wait, hold on. No, we're not. Because I want this. Okay, I want an additional bank slot. Now we have 11. So... let's get you, because I'm curious what you do. And I'll get the slip and die. And now I have a synergy. So I have created a synergy, so a new combination. If I can get 2 dice with a value of 1, that is a new combination. Okay. Let's go. Okay, so now we can actually, now we've added more combinations to our stuff. So we can have X of a kind, at least 2 dice with the same value, at least 3 dice with consecutive values, and Snake Eyes, 2 dice with the value of 1. Hey, Alien Traveler, welcome on in. You can use those dice as long as the dice's spouse doesn't come home from work early. Actually, no, I mean, they would still be cheating dice even if the die came home. You know what? It's fine. Hold. Oh, okay. Hold right click or the Alt key to see their levels. Okay, so the D20 always roll, like, I assume that it always rolls the same value. So it's always going to roll 20. That's incredible. And then the holographic dice score ×3 when they are not scored in a combination. So first off, you're just going to have a 20. You should have a 33 if I'm interpreting the game correctly. Hey, Tony D, welcome on in. And I can't really do much else here. I feel like I want to grab this 10. And then I want to reroll. Oh, I like that you can sort the dice as well. That's really, really nice. So if you need to see the numbers there, I'm going to reroll these 3. Okay, now I have Snake Eyes. And I have 2 of a kind. I think we'll bank these and see what happens. The hollow dice gets ×3, 2 of a kind, +1 multiplier. Yes! Overkill. Oh, so if you go over your target score, you get more monies. Now, admittedly, we are still in like the tutorial, so, you know, like, I'm not about to get all, ooh. Okay. So here's the deal. I only have 1 more legit die slot. Okay, so I could get another piped die, which always rolls the same value. So this will always roll a 3. And I get a D12, which it gets +1 money when rolling a 12. That's not going to help me because it's always going to roll a 3. The light bulb. Your base score per level. Okay, let's get this lucky charm. The light bulb as a lucky charm. This is the blurry die. It splits into 2 dice when they roll an even number. That actually sounds interesting. But the shadow die, I'm sending you to the shadow zone. The shadow dice copy the highest banked value, but are removed for the rest of the round when banked. So if I banked the D20 that is currently going to always be 20, and then banked the shadow die with it, that shadow die would also become a 20, but then it would be removed for the rest of the round. So I could only use it once. That's kind of interesting. But I think I'm going to grab the D12. So now I've unlocked another combination. If I roll a 12, I get +1 monies. Hey, Helm Hamburger. I was like, Helmberg? No, Helm Hamburger Hand. Hello, welcome on in. Hello, Amalia. All right, let's go with the next round. Yeah, I don't have any money. I don't have money. All right. So now I have more active combinations. Okay, you rolled an even number. Oh, if you need any information about the game content, you can find it in the collection menu. Perfect, because sometimes you might forget what these things do. So we've unlocked some new combinations. It even tells us that's new. You can learn all about the dice shapes and the die types here. Oh, you can customize your motif. That's cute. Okay. All right. Okay, so yeah. The blurry die split into 2 dice when they rolled an even number, so you did that. I'm gonna go with a 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's 4 in a row with a 3 multiplier. The hollow die gives ×3 value when you're not scored in a combination. So let's do that. Let's bank that. Oh, damn. Helmburger, excellent. From Helm's Deep Bar and Grill. I guess meat really is back on the menu. Okay, so okay. Oven mitts. +2 rerolls. Nice. Okay, I'm going to buy another dice slot. Because now I'd like to buy a die. I'm going to reroll the dice because ooh. So does this level up if I buy you? It levels up. Okay, so the value of a dice is multiplied by its level when scored. Okay, so you'll want to buy, hey, enjoy the lurk. You'll want to buy dice that you already have because that levels them up and that gives them their own internal modifier, which is double jeu, if you will. All right, we're going to go with the oven mitts to get some more rerolls. And move on to the next round. They weren't even good patrons. Oh, yes. So you cannot buy them for the standard dice that you start with, but you can buy like paint. So you can change the type of a die. So there will be paint in the store that you can paint your other die with. So if you got a die and you're like, I'm not feeling this, you could change it to something else, which would be interesting. Okay, so I need to hit 170 points. What have I got here? Okay, I could do a 20. I could do a 5. The 5 is going to, the 5 is a holographic dice, so it's going to get ×3. I'm going to, let's see here. You double their value and every other die with the same value when you roll an odd number. You give +1 multiply. Okay, so I'm going to re-roll. There we go. Okay, so you have doubled yourself and you've doubled my 10. However, I don't want the 10 to go in with you because that would be a pair and then you wouldn't get +3 ×3. Let's see here. The hot die give 1 multiplied the first time they are scored in a combination. So let's do a 2. 3, 4. Hey, Dre, good morning. Okay, so we have these 3 in a row. You'll give +1 reroll the first time you're scored. You'll give +1 multiplier the first time you're scored. The holographic die will get ×3 because it's not in any combination. And the piped die will always roll a 20. So, do I wish to do the math? Not really. But we'll get 20, 30, 2, 35, 39. These will be ×2. Oh, I'm sorry, not even ×2. It adds, I think it adds to the entire multiplier. And then this will give me a reroll, and this will give me additional multiplier. So, as they say, hey, Crascom, welcome on in. As they say in The Weakest Link, bank. ×3. There's a multiplier. There's a score. 284. Sweet. Okay. You need to double the target. Oh. Look at me being gone out here. How did I disappear? Did I push the button? I probably never unpushed the button. Hey, Steven, welcome on in. Okay, so you have to double. It seems like you have to double, get more than double your target score to get overkill. Yeah, okay. So here is bouncy paint. So you can change a die to another type of die. So if I wasn't feeling a certain type, I could use the bouncy paint to change it to a bouncy die. And the bouncy die doubles their value in every other die with the same value when they roll an odd number. So don't necessarily want that. I'm going to buy another bank slot. And now I'm out of monies. So yeah. Womp womp. All right. Roll them. See, so now, like, this is where the fun part happens, is all of your cheated die start doing things. Now, the one thing... Okay, so there's the one thing that you all know that I want to know about in games like this, and that is, I want a playbill. I want to know what happened when a thing happened. Okay, I think we're going to go with 4 of a kind and 2 of a kind. The thing is, the 8's going to multiply itself by 3. Let's do that instead. Yeah, it's going to multiply itself by 3 anyway. And you're going to give +1 reroll when you're scored. Yeah, okay. Bank it. Nice. Vanishing brush. Painting a die levels it up. Ooh. Okay. So we can level up our hollow die. So let's do that. So if I have 2d10, round up scored dice values ending in 6 to 9 to the next multiple of 10. Nice. Hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Okay, so here's the interesting thing. I could change one of my die to a piped die, and that always rolls the same value. But I'm pretty good with the 20 having here. Hey, Werewolf Feels, good morning. I'm pretty fine with the 20 being all right there, so that's fine. Can I sell these back? I cannot. Okay, so that's interesting. When you buy something, you cannot sell them back. I do like this when shops let you lock the items in the shop to be like, all right. but you also... Oh, you can. Okay, you can. Got it. All right, you have to just move it around. Got it. Cool, 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 cool. We're going to move on to the next round. Okay. There's not really a lot going for me here. Let's sort the dice. And it sorts them by value, so that's nice. I have 4 rerolls, so I do have a while. Ooh, enjoy the lurk. I do have a little bit to play with. I really want this number higher, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in there and put these 2 in there. And I'm going to reroll. Eh. All right, I'll put you up here. I could do the 6, 7, 8, but I really want you to have a higher number and not be part of a combination. So we'll reroll again. Wow, you just refuse. However, you... So if the value ends in 6 or 9, it goes up to the next multiple of interesting. Okay, so there. And there. Okay, let's bank it and see what happens. So we have the 3 of a kind. I'll take it. So I think being able to hover over the die itself when it's on the field would help. Would definitely help. Okay, let's level up the 4. Sorry, let's level up the D4. Let's add another dice slot. And let's get our first D6. The shadow die copies the highest banked value, but are removed for the rest of the round when banked. So we'll go ahead and get you. Now we have a D6 on the field. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'm going to sell the janky laptop and try for another random charm. +1 bank, -1 bank slot. No! All right. Let me get that back. Okay, that was not great. Okay, I like how the shadow die is just chilling here. Like, I see what you're trying to do. However, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just do all the 2s. It's not a great... Yeah, it's not a great roll, but that's fine. Just because it's all 2s. How fun. Five short of our target number. Wowzers. Okay, well, let's bank the 20. That gives us 2 of a kind. Let's bank you. You're gonna go times 3, so that'll be 42, which is a nice number. And then we have a pair here. And then you give +1 reroll. You give +1 multiplier when you're scored. Hold on. So yeah, 2 of a kind or 2, 3, 4. So either way, it's going to work. The only reason I'm not scoring the 14 here is that if this kind of die remains unscored, it gets times 3. So let's bank those. Yeah, that's ridiculous. They do have good, like, between the rolling and the casino style of chip stacking, it is good. Okay. Let's level up the hot die. Hot die summer. Let's add 1 bank slot, so now we can do more of these. And it would add a die slot, but I don't have enough money for it. Oop, take care. Let's see here. Do I want to get rid of... The oven mitt gives me 2 rerolls. Oh, actually that... Oh, I could sell... You know what? Yeah, let's sell the oven mitt. Let's buy the rolling cup. We can't afford any more dice, but this gives us a regular die over here. Okay, so this is interesting having the shadow die and the 20, because this will always roll a 20. The shadow die will always take the highest value banked, and then the rest of it is just for me to figure out. So I can do a 3 of a kind with the 5 here, and then re-roll the rest and see what happens. Okay, I'll take this pair. Sorry, 2 of a kind. It does have the Yahtzee feeling to it, and I kind of wondered why we haven't had too many games that are bringing back the Yahtzee rules, since we have like the having to hit a total. So yeah, it's nice to see it come back, but to come back in a much more unique way than you expected. Boom. Okay. Reading glasses. I feel like I'm being called out by this charm. I feel like I'm being called out by this charm right now. Yeah. Thanks for that. So I could buy another piped die that will always roll a 12. That could be interesting. Now it's interesting because both of these are D12s, but on this one it's the 8 showing, and on this one it's a 12 showing. So we'll get the 12. We'll get the max value there. I think I will do hollow paint, and I will... Oh, okay, so I can only transform, since I already have a D12 hollow, I can't transform another one into it. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to transform this one into a hollow die. So I basically repainted it. And, oh, I can buy this to upgrade my D12 because it's the same die. Got it. All right, let's go. All right, we're around 10 of 20, so the whole round is it's a lot of hands. All right, what do we have? Okay, we'll go with the 20. We'll bank that. The 12 will become a 36. Oh, because I have 2 of you, I get a plus $1 when I roll a 12, so that's nice. I'm not going to put you up there because that would take away your special ability, so no. But I do have 4 2s. So you're not going to get a ×3 because you're part of this combination, but you will get your ×3. So we have 4 2s. Okay. Nice. 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 What's the notepad do? +1 bank slot. Can I afford to? Oh, I can. Okay. So yeah, this casino is, as they say, it is very permissive. They're like, yeah, we know you're cheating. And yet, can you, like, we know you're cheating, and yet, can you still beat the house? Can you? Okay, so yeah, the blurry dice, when they roll an even number, they split into 2 dice. So I need, like... So to unlock the full house... Oops, hold on, can I keep it up there? No, okay. To unlock the full house, I need to buy 2 more blurry die, and then that would unlock a new hand. So, okay, that's interesting. Okay, so we're going to go with this again. So we always get 40 from these 2 die. We can take that, turning that into 30. Another 12, and then 2 per. But the target is like is 1,050. So now it's getting interesting. And since you always roll the same die, it's not like you have a hand where, okay, you rolled 7 die this time, then you rolled the other. No, every single time you roll the same die. So that's nice. Okay, so we'll go, but we did lose our shadow die because we already scored it. See, if I do that, that's going to lose that. So we'll leave that. What does the blurry die do? It spits into 2 die when it rolls an even number. Let's try re-rolling you. No. I think the next thing for the blurry die is if you get 6 of them in your hand, then they keep their total face value when they split. So this was a 4. It would have stayed 2 4s as opposed to splitting from 4 into 2 2s. Okay, we'll just go ahead and pop 1 in there and bank it. Because we don't need that many points. So yeah, this is a good look at the tutorial. What I'd like to do is go back to the main menu. And let's see what happens. Okay, so the normal mode. So it's still, the final round is 20. You get a little less per round. You get 3 rerolls, starting dice 5. The house rule is rerolls 3. And then you have to win a normal run to unlock the next difficulty up. So yeah, it is fun. It's cute. Let me get a link to it in chat for y'all. So if you're interested, take a look at it. It's in the Steam store right now. And let's see, they've been patching it and updating it. So they are listening to, when things go wrong. They're listening to the bug reports, and yeah, it's cute. All right. I also like that they have taken, it's good Balatro inspiration. You know, it is seeing a game, taking the elements of it that people like, but also making it your own. So the sounds are good. The music that goes on in the background, it's not, you know, like, it is kind of that Balatro ambient sound, but it's not completely like it. So yeah, that's good.